So in a few more months, we're going to be moving up to the cabin. And with that, we're still trying to figure out other ways to be able to feed our livestock, especially through the winter when I know that our cost of feed is going to be a little bit more. So looking online, we found this, what they call a fodder system, where you're using a grain, a seedable grain, to be able to grow the plant into almost a grass, it's young grass form to be able to feed your livestock. I picked up some more rabbits a few weeks ago, and I really wanted to try this on them before we moved them up there, because if it works out good, the cost of this is pretty inexpensive in comparison to other things that we're feeding them right now. So I'll give you a closer look at this. So what we have here is a pretty inexpensive system to be able to give fresh greens to our livestock. And right now that livestock is still quail and rabbits. And it's actually really cheap to set up. This rack, I already had this rack sitting around. And I went to the dollar store and bought a bunch of tubs. And I believe that I bought, I bought 8, 9, 10, I bought 12 of them. And that way I have some to be able to rotate in. And I also had a couple to be able to catch the water at the bottom. So, quick how this works. So the first day, you take your, in our case, barley, and we soak our barley all day. And it's anywhere between 8 to 12 hours. It depends on when we remember to do it in the morning and when we get it out at night. And then we take that and place it in this first tray. And this tray is actually more than one day because we forgot to do the barley yesterday, so we didn't rotate everything. So that first day barley goes into here, and then the second day will go into this tray, third day into this tray, fourth day, fifth day, sixth day, and then on basically the seventh day, when we're replacing the new barley from this rotation into this into this rack, into a 7-day system. On the 7th day, maybe the 8th day, depending on how it goes, we'll be feeding the last one to the rabbits. And we're going to find out if the quail like it too. It's kind of interesting at how well it grows. There's not a lot of light in this room. It's been really cloudy since we started this, so they've gotten no direct sunlight at all. And I've been pretty amazed. I've experimented with the levels, the amount that we put in, and this first one I put way too much in, and it's probably easily quadrupled in size. And each one of these really has quadrupled in its size. These are doubled. This is not too much more than what it was when they start. That is quite a bit thicker, not quite 1.5. That one's double. That's 2.5. And then it's kind of, the grass is starting to grow. Now it's this is easily tripled what it was, and this one, as we let it sit, it gets even more yield. The funny thing is, this isn't like the grass that's in your yard. This stuff is stiff and it is hard. And I've taken a few blades out to the rabbits and they seem to really like it. This is not a self-watering system, but I don't have to water each tray. Each one of these has holes drilled on one end, and it's in a staggering. So this one, the holes are on this end, this one, the holes are on the other end, and then back to this one, the holes being on this end, and then it drains down here. I don't recycle the water. I don't know how much nutrients I'm losing by rinsing them off, but I just don't know about. I did it for like the first day. The water started to smell a little bit, and I decided against it. And I used the cat, believe it or not. And I'll put in a little piece of video of him drinking the water. And he's sleeping right now. I kind of used the cat as a judgment. So when I started with the water in the first couple, which are these ones, and I recycled the water the first day, the cat drank any of the water he could get. He absolutely loves it, and it's full of vitamins and minerals, so I don't care if he drinks it at all. The third day, he wasn't drinking the water out of the tubs anymore. He was only drinking the water. It fell out. That was my first clue that I wasn't going to be able to recycle the water, which is fine. I was hoping that if by recycling the water, though, that I would save myself some cost of water being up at the cabin. But, you know, this really is only a few cups of water, probably, you know, realistically, probably a gallon of water, maybe a day. And I think that if I doubled this or even tripled this, I'd probably be able to just continue to use the same water for each one each day. So we'll find out how that goes, because I'll give some updates on this in the future. But let me pull this one out, because this one's pretty much ready to give to the rabbits, and you see that it's pretty thick. Some of the seeds have not sprouted, but that was okay. I think that was pretty thick. I didn't see any signs of mold or anything like that. So I'm going to tear this up and take this out to the rabbits, and I'll bring you out there so you can see how they like it. Well, I realized I don't have a tripod, so I'm going to have to try to do this all by hand, which means I'm going to have to try to do it all one-handed. First I'm going to put something in here to be able to set this on, because I don't want them to lose seeds down underneath it. Look out, guys. These guys are still pretty small. Of course, they want to chew on everything. There's a couple of rabbits in here right now. Here you go, guys. Look at this. Look at that. What is that? This is all kind of new to them. You can see I got a little hay basket over there, and their other feed here. And I got two more over here right now. These cages are all temporary for these guys. They are. I do plan on moving them all. They'll all be in their own separate cages here pretty soon, but they're pretty small. These guys are all pretty small right now, so they'll be okay bundled up, and they all come from basically the same litters, and they're all gotten about the same time. So we just kind of watch them to make sure they're doing okay. So here you go, guys. Want some? This little black and white one, he's kind of shy. He's like, that's nummy. Which is awesome. A 50-pound bag of barley for us is running, it's just over 20 bucks. And I'm barely putting a cup of barley in the bottom of each one of those. These guys are just going to town. Hey, little fella. How you doing? Do you want some? Of course you do. He's like, ooh, that's nummy.